Hi there, my name is Juliana Hock, and I'm the owner of Easy ADHD Coaching. I help people who may or may not be diagnosed with ADHD, and I help you go from uncertainty to clarity and productivity. Welcome to Easy ADHD Coaching, and I am a certified ADHD coach, and I focus on coaching adults, and then coaching adults, parent coaching, family coaching, and then working professionals. And I specialize in executive function skills and social skills. Social skills looks like self-regulation, how to regulate in the moment when you're in public, when all your feelings are happening at once. That's just an example of social skills and self-regulation skills. So I wanted to take some time just to dive into how to strengthen weaker executive function skills. So I came up with about 6 or 8 little tips to help you get started on how to reverse weaker executive function skills. So let's jump on into things. So this starts with identify an activity that is associated with one of your executive skills weaknesses. Start small and build your success and confidence on a path that feels right for you. It's best to incorporate practicing the skill every day, as practice will shorten the time it takes to improve your skill. So essentially, identifying something that can help you improve your executive function skill and start small with that. But what we first need to do is identify the weaker executive function skills that are keeping us from getting things done. So I guess before you start building small and to get your confidence is to first acknowledge which executive function skills is giving you the hardest, biggest trouble, or is really impacting your day-to-day life. Number two is accurately and honestly describe your current level of skill. This makes it a lot easier to identify a realistic goal. So essentially, you're going to take your executive function skills and you're going to just be honest and patient with yourself and just rate the executive function skills on a scale 1 to 10 where you are realistically with this executive function skill. For instance, where are you on a scale 1 to 10 with time management and being able to manage your time with getting your tasks done? Another example for a question is on a scale 1 to 10, where are you with managing priorities? And so another example is on a scale 1 to 10, where are you with task activation? So you're going to go through and ask those questions for each executive function skill, and you're going to give yourself a scale on a 1 to 10 where you are realistically with that executive function skill. And it's that being able to put in like a dollar amount, a numeric amount to this skill really helps us eye open like where we are with the skill, and it really helps us be able to get started. Number three is set a goal identifying a specific situation or specific that has been impacted by an executive function skill weakness. This goal needs to address exactly what you want to achieve. So for instance, it's going back to if you are struggling with task initiation, which means you're having a hard time getting started, identify exactly which situations you're struggling to get started, which environment are you struggling to get started, what specific task are you working on that just seems so big that's hard for you to get started. So taking a pause and be compassionate with yourself to identify really which skills are getting in my way, and that in which situation are these skills getting in my way. So like really taking that step back to acknowledge like this is really hindering me at school or at work in this place. And this is a really good place so that you and your coach can start working together on what's impacting you on your day-to-day that's really stopping you from getting things done. And so that goes back down to environment or like interest, like what is interesting to you or not interesting to you, and which environment is, giving you a harder time to allow you to focus. Number four is commit to a deadline. Success is not defined by accomplishing the goal only once, by demonstrating your ability to perform on a continuous basis. So commit to the deadline, and where are you going to house this deadline? And how are you going to remember to see, and how are you going to remember that there is a deadline? So what I would suggest doing is, looking at your sheet of paper with all of your executive function skills and, also looking at where the 1 to 10, where you itemized where you are for each skill, and then starting there of which one are your weaker areas in the environment and what your interest level is with them, and then commit to a deadline of which one do you want to start with first of trying to get better with it. So and committing to a deadline is another thing, is to be compassionate with yourself. If you are someone who works fast on their feet and actually works better with a shorter deadline commitment, then more power to you. I am definitely someone that likes to have 2 weeks or 2 weeks to complete something, just because it gives me enough time to do a few rough drafts. But it's like I also work a lot better when I have more time to complete something. So just being on understanding of how you best complete work. And okay, so number 5, create a plan for your plan to be success. Specify what activity will be practiced, what time, for how long. Keep practice sessions brief will ensure you have sufficient focus energy. So at the end of the day, we are really focusing on your focus energy and being able to have energy and being able to be focused. So what does, to take a step back and to identify, what activity do I need to practice and for how long? And where do I need to be to practice those sessions? So the item it is, the time and length, and where about the location. So that is part of creating a plan for success. Okay. Number 6 is to support your plan by writing positive self-statements. Describe what you are working on, why you're working on it, what benefit you'll get from practicing, and how you will feel if the plan is success. So why this is so crucial for me is because like I am a visual and I'm a creative visual person. So by being able to see myself, give myself positive reinforcements, it's like I can actually believe it's happening. But so basically, I'm going to say it one more time. Describe what you're working on, why you're working on it, what benefit you'll get from practicing, and how you'll feel if the plan is a success. So another thing with us ADHDers is future thinking is a deficit for us. So by being able to understand what the benefits are and the reward is for us by doing this habit, it actually is incremental to our success, because we genuinely can't see success, but like we genuinely can't see the future. It's a deficit. So by being able to understand what you're like what you're getting, like the return on investment, really helps the ADHD brain with being able to remember to do the thing. Because sometimes if we can like if we have an understanding of how this is going to help us, it really supports us with being okay doing the thing that seems and feels so hard for us. So the next item is give yourself some kind of positive reward you enjoy doing or having once you have finished your practice, such as eating, going out for coffee, some kind of entertainment, playtime, hobby time, exercise, social activity, shopping, road trip, or helping out around the house. Is so essentially is giving yourself some kind of positive reward you enjoy doing once you're done with the task. And this comes up a lot pretty often with my clients, because sometimes clients have a hard time like coming up with a positive reward for ourselves that doesn't include money. And sometimes like I hear a lot, how do I give myself a reward? Like that's so many rewards to come up with. So I would just say take a step back and be compassionate with yourself. And how can you make a reward you enjoy doing once you finish something? How can you make that fun for you? And what does fun look like for you that you can remind yourself to keep, the going when things are hard, especially when the task you're trying to complete seems really hard. So having that reward front at hand and understanding why you're doing this can be like really helpful for the ADHD brain to actually follow through. So that being said, these were some tricks and tips and strategies to help you identify your weaker executive functions areas to help you improve one of those areas at a time, and to always give yourself that deep breath and compassion, because ADHD is a lifetime. So when we master all of these skills, we're going to have a new set of skills to master, and to be optimistic about it, because you are your own like pioneer. And so it's exciting that we get to come up with these solutions that make sense for us. So don't ever give up on yourself, and just know that you're not alone, and that I'm always here for you. And there's millions of people around the world that are just like you, that are like that have your back. So, and actually are going through the same things as you. So just understand you're not alone. And working on, strengthening weaker executive function skills is something I work on one-on-one with clients, and also in a group setting with clients. So if you're interested in learning more about one-on-one coaching, please visit my website at easyadhdcoaching.com, and you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation to see what it would be like to work with me, and to also have question and answer if you have any questions about your ADHD that you'd like clarity on. If you'd also like to work on strengthening executive function skills in a group environment, I also have host a weekly working professional group meeting on Thursdays at 12 o'clock Eastern time, and we focus on productivity and how to stay focused and concentrated during work hours. And then on Tuesdays, I run a group for families, but it's for adults who want to learn about social skills and how to teach social skills to your children, but also to learn how you can teach these skills to yourself. So there's role playing exercises, and everything comes with worksheets. So if you're interested in learning more about one-on-one coaching or group coaching, and how to, focus and have concentration with your own ADHD, please visit my website, and I'd love to learn more about you guys and your ADHD. Until next time, bye-bye.